Okay, I was watching a video, and as you well know, you always see things in politics, and if any of you are watching it, there's always ethical violations, and violating the oath, that's an ethical violation. When it comes to lawyers and judges, they violate the rules of professional conduct, code of judicial conduct. Those are ethical violations. There's even ethics commissions and just about everything out there. So I'm showing you resources for reporting misconduct. But my big question is to you, okay, these places are there. They know what's going on. Do they really need you to report anybody for ethics violations? But they won't move unless you complain, of course. And of course, I'm not a lawyer. I didn't go to law school, but I like to read a lot, and especially when it comes to the law, history, the history of law, the history of the rule of law. But anyways, I did a video on ethics in politics, ethics in media, and the mandatories of, and the lack of, which is what we see. Okay, where to report misconduct. OG's mission is one of prevention. The U.S. Office of Government Ethics does not handle complaints of misconduct, nor does the OG have investigative or prosecutorial authority. However, there are several agencies and entities across federal, state, and local governments that are responsible for investigating and prosecuting misconduct. Below, you'll find links to agencies that handle complaints against specific categories of government or employees. What should I contact, or who should I contact? Most cases, the Inspector General of the department or agency involved investigates alleged misconduct. For a list of agency IGs, please visit the Council of Inspector General on Integrity and Efficiency. Department of Justice, attorney accused of engaging in misconduct in connection with their duties to investigate, litigate, or provide legal advice. The Office of Professional Responsibility. And that's why I keep bringing up the rules and the codes. That's effective assistance of counsel, which is guaranteed in the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. And those laws apply to all lawyers and judges, and they are legally abided to not only abide by those rules, but to enforce them. And because anybody that violates the rules or codes, that's misconduct. And reporting this misconduct is mandatory in both the rules and the codes. And failure to report is misconduct. And that's where you're at when it comes to the rules and the codes. Nobody reports misconduct. That's breaking the code of silence. They won't do that. That's up to you. Okay, Department of Justice also has a Civil Rights Division that will handle that. And if you Google conspiracy against rights under the color of law, you'll find that the Department of Justice is one of the departments that handle it. FBI also. Report misconduct in the executive branch. Okay, assistants, U.S. attorneys, and U.S. attorneys accused of their offenses. General Counsel Office, Executive Office of the United States Attorney, Federal Prisons Warden or other Bureau of Prisons employees. Okay, I was talking to some people. They were trying to reform, the prison, the way things are going in prisons. I pointed out prisoners' constitutional rights, and I sent them a link. And that's the law. They have rights, and they have right to health care, visitation rights, etc. They don't have all the rights that we have out here in the free world, but they still do have human rights. And if that's not happening, this is where you report it to. Okay? Federal prison wardens and other Bureau of Prisons employees, Office of Internal Affairs, Bureau of Prisons. And it doesn't matter what state you're in. Just look it up, okay? This is to help you find the resolution you need. Okay, I notice a lot of you are complaining about health issues and, of loved ones, advocating for help for your loved ones, male or female, I care not, wherever they are, they still deserve health care, uh, food that's edible. Okay, so if you want to complain about what's going on in there, about the food quality, the health care quality, just the quality of life, there is a quality of life within the penal system. And you'll find that, okay, when you look up, just Google, prisoners' constitutional rights. Okay, I did a video on that. Report misconduct in the legislative branch, official congressional ethics, House Committee on Ethics, and them making any attempts to take away anybody's health care, fuddling around with Social Security. No, that's meddling with the public trust. Look up the public trust doctrine. They can't do that. They are trustees of the public trust. They have no right to do that. Okay, so that's an ethics violation. Okay, judicial branch. Okay, complaints against U.S. district judges should be referred to the clerk of the United States Appeals Court, which the judges preside, for more information. Okay, report of issues regarding political activity and the Hatch Act. Okay, the Office of Special Counsel, report as whistleblower. The Office of Special Counsel. Many state local governments have commissions or agencies that oversee the conduct of the state and local employees. Many of these commissions will take and review complaints against state and local employees. The following organizations may provide contact information. Report misconduct in state or local governments. Okay, and it's perfectly obvious to me, which I'm quite sure it's perfectly obvious to you, about these ethical violations. Breaking any law, violating the oath, those are ethical violations. Okay, so, but the whole point is, why is not anybody, lawyers, judges, politicians that are lawyers, anybody in the legal system would know this. I can't say they teach this in law school. I don't know. I just find the law interesting. That's all. And I read it to you word for word, to the letter, as required by the letter of the law. Any other interpretation of what I read to you would be violating the law. Okay? So it means what it means, it says what it says, according to the letter of the law. Whatever is written must be done word for word to the letter. Thank you. Again, the question, why is nobody reporting ethics violations? They're there to serve you, right? Public servants. Did you read the oath of public service? The oath of office? And violating the oath is mandatory fines, removal from public service, and incarceration. I did a video on that as well. Look it up. It's on the net. You have a good day, okay? May the law serve you well. It's helped me in many occasions. Help me help other people mostly. When it comes to talking to lawyers and judges, I don't have much difficulty, but I want that to happen for you too. Just got to read. Just got to read. All right. Thank you. Have a good night. God bless. Long life and good health, my friends.